So over the last couple of weeks, we've been exploring the idea of what it means to be called by God, and that we should have faith that God will help us to handle that calling, whether it's that initial call to salvation or the next step towards sanctification or the challenge of service. I used the example of parenting before and the challenges that throws up. Almost every day I'd argue that there's been a need, and where there's been a need, God has provided, whether it's been knowledge, a word of encouragement from someone, a loving church family, money. And I know that as a result of that particular calling, I'm a different person to that who I was before Olivia was born. And that brings us back to 1 Corinthians 1:26, which says, "Brothers and sisters, think of what you were when you were called. Not many of you were wise by human standards." And that certainly applies to parenting. It applies to my job. It applies to my marriage. It applies to my role in church. Certainly applied to me during lockdown and producing these services every week. Keep close to God and don't fear whatever it is He's calling you to do. He will sustain you and get you to the finish line. If you want to know more about how and indeed why God could be calling you, message us on Facebook or email us via the church website, suttonvillagechurch.co.uk, and we'll be in touch. Right now though, let's finish our time together today with one final song.